that's when I booked him versus Hollow, and then I booked Rich versus Hitman. And
that's the
only
2 round
reason
joints.
those rounds, yeah, only reason that's good. I'm gonna expound on that. Only reason those shits is 2 rounds is because Verb was about to battle more of one on grass. So look, this nigga Verb is already booking shit across the country. Like those shits was 2 rounds because he was about to go right out to fucking LA or the Bay or some shit and battle more of one on grind time. So
I can't front. That's one of my favorite joints right there too. I love that.
Yeah, that's why them shit rounds. Yeah, that's why they.
Yeah, it's crazy because even being 2 rounds, those battles really had a crazy impact.
That's a fact, nigga.
Like nowadays,
same treatment that Jesus got.
Nowadays, people don't really bring up just the 2 round shit. Like when you bring up Hollow and Averb, a lot of people don't bring up that it was a 2 round battle. They just bring up the bars, like the shit that was.
You know the funny shit though, bro. I was just watching cause what's this dude name? Avocado. He doing that battle for battle shit.
Oh yeah, when he's doing verse for verse, like who got the better round.
Like, and right now they got Averb versus T.H.E.S.I, and they use one of those rounds in the battle, Averb versus T.H.E.S.I, like the battle for battle shit. That shit is there. They use one of those. I think it was round 2 in that battle that they used versus T.H.E.S.I battle versus Ill Will. Like that shit is crazy. You didn't even know they was doing your shit, huh?
That was my first event, man. That fucking Hollow, like my own event. Like I booked Rich. I booked everybody on the card, but me paying for plane tickets and hotel rooms and shit like that. And that nigga Hollow, man, like he's not underrated. I'm definitely not gonna say he's underrated, but the shit that he can put together on at the drop of a dime is
a lot of people don't know. I grew up in the same hood as Hollow. Like I know his family and shit, so I know that at that time he used to freestyle a lot of the shit he was saying. Like he would go out there with maybe 8 bars, like just to start of his round, and then freestyle everything else. And not 2 or 3 bars like they do now. Like he would do a whole 5 minutes of freestyle about shit. Like and that's all he used to do in the hood. He used to walk around just freestyling about everything he's seen all day, and then take that same thing and turn it around. Like I remember when he did it with Amzilla when they battled in the studio and he took all the racks from him. Like he freestyled all that shit too. Back then he was really on that not writing shit. Like he used to just write maybe 8 bars, have those just to start his round, and then just go off freestyle for the rest of the battle.
Hey, I picked this nigga up from the airport, right? I picked Hollow up from the airport, right? This is my first fucking meeting with Hollow the Don, right? So I pick him up from the airport. Like, I actually physically go into the airport to get him. This nigga got one of those little sling backpacks, right? He didn't drop the lean, right? He dropped his cough medicine, right? Like this nigga got a whole bottle of that shit, right?
Yeah.
So the shit is spilled in his book bag. It's spilled on the fucking airport floor and shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga on this shit for real. He fuck with this shit like he not playing. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. He was really on that shit.
We get in the car and this nigga like Rain Man for real. Like I take him through my hood and shit, which is the West Side. I'm playing my cousin music and shit, which is Taylor Made. They used to be signed to Nelly and shit. Like I'm telling he like, man, what street is this? I'm like, oh, that's Martin Luther King or that's Page. And like the battle was the same day that he arrived. So later on that night he go back to the hotel room. When that nigga came to the event, everything, every street, everything that he asked me, that nigga put it in the round, bro. So
hell yeah. I remember that shit when he said as soon as my plane fell, I told this nigga to take me to Page there.
Hey, so that nigga is like underrated with the straight spot on freestyling and like that nigga cold, bro. Like serious. Like that nigga.
That's why he one of the greats, man.
Yeah, I mean like we always say, that generation of battle rap we'll never get again because everybody was unique then. Like you can't pick no name out of that basket of that class and say this person sounded like that person. Like everybody had their own style, or they all had their own unique shit that they used to do.
salute to you for having the vision to say, yo, let me get him out here, nigga. Like that was part of you, like.
Yeah, no, I ain't even gonna lie. Like that was really like Bird because like we had just really got on Twitter and shit. You know what I mean? Heavy like that. So once niggas seen the shit from the SB shit, you got so many niggas reaching out like, kill that St. Louis nigga. So it was like it was like slim pick. That nigga Verb could have picked anybody, bro, at that time. Like anybody, because like when that shit happened versus SB, I'm gonna say at that moment when that dropped on World Star, this when shit was still dropping on World Star. Wasn't nothing hot at that battle. You know what I mean? It wasn't any. I can't even think of a battle at that same time hot as that battle. So all niggas was coming out like, I'ma fuck him up. I actually told what you said him versus Marv. I was like, I watched Marv a few times. I was like, shit, I really wait and try to get somebody else if I was you. That's what I told Bird. He was like, no, I'm a battle Marv. And to be honest, Marv shocked the fuck out of me because shit, you still can like. You could say Marv got that shit for real, like
yo, bro. I still love that battle, even though it's like 1 minute rounds and shit like that. Like that's my shit right there, bro. I vividly remember watching that shit when it first came out because I was a Marv fan already. Like I used to watch all that World Series of battle rap shit. Like I've been fucking with Marv. So when Verb came out there and the battle was fine, I was like, oh shit, because I didn't really know much about him. Like I knew the SB shit, but I was like, damn, he about to battle Marv because niggas ain't know SB. Like I'm from New York, so I knew SB. So I was like, oh, all right, you know, he got crazy with SB, but he gonna battle Marv. Like to me, Marv was already getting busy in battle rap. Like niggas ain't know who the fuck SB was when Verb cooked that nigga. Like, but Marv was a different animal to me, and he came out there and that battle was crazy. I was like, oh shit, all right, St. Louis getting busy.
Yeah, hell yeah. So at the end of the day, that nigga Verb really like battle wise. You know what I mean? No, I'm gonna say Hitman opened the gates too because Loaded Lux actually reached out to Hitman first. Hitman was away at college. Yeah, Hitman was away at college, and Hitman like, which was a player move at that time. Like Hitman get a lot of flack from shit that he be doing, like, you know, on the internet and shit or whatever. But that was a player move that he pulled with that because he was like, he didn't keep that shit for himself when he was like, when I get out of school, bro, I'm gonna fuck with you then. He was like, no, you just holler at my nigga Verb. You know what I mean?
And that's love right there.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's love, bro. That's real love right there. So shout out to that nigga Hitman for even making that move and sharing the love with everybody. Because you know Hitman was kind of known from fight. Hitman had been on Fight Club and shit already. You know, Fight Club. I'm gonna call the nigga Pleasure P. Oh man.
Oh my nigga,
International P.
Hold it down. Hold it down. 16.
International P came out to the city and they put on some shit for St. Louis as well. You know, with
that's fire.
Lunatic. Yeah. So. Yeah, man.
What do you think? What do you think the Midwest has contributed to battle rap specifically? Like, what wouldn't battle rap have if it wasn't for the Midwest?
That's a great question, bro. I think timing is everything. Like you got a lot of different regions who getting out there right now, but at that certain time, it was like New York, New Jersey, maybe Detroit, maybe Philly.
Philly, yeah.
But it was like St. Louis was like such a fucking underdog, and New York thought that they was just gonna stomp over these niggas. That it just really made the competition level. I think Midwest, St. Louis battle rappers didn't build smack, but they built the URL, man. That's how I feel. You know what I mean?
They definitely made a major contribution.
They didn't build smack, but at that time, you know, with the Miles versus, you know, when they came out here for the Midwest Massacre, Miles versus A-Verb, Hitman versus Big T, Cal versus Ill. You know, it really was a Midwest thing, but it was kind of like smack. Let these New York niggas know that, hold up, we can go outside of y'all and find some niggas who gonna spit, niggas who can be just as popular as y'all can. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the whole controversy came at. You know what I mean? Like the Math versus A-Verb, that time? No, Cortez versus Cortez.
Oh, that was
versus
Cortez versus Hitman.
Versus
Yeah,
Hitman, yeah.
Then you got the Ill versus Rich Dollars. Like all of that shit was like, okay, well it's really
Stanky
like
Yankee.
yeah, St. Louis versus New York. St. Louis versus New York. So I think the competition. I think St. Louis brought like so much competition to the shit. Like it can't even be matched.
You know what I feel like? You know what I feel like St. Louis low key made pop into? I could be wrong, but like I feel like Bird, Hitman, and even like them niggas brought the special move to the game. That Showtime shit. Like everybody be looking for a special move now. Like that Showtime shit and that remix shit. Like niggas really wasn't doing that shit.
True.
Like
that's
them
true.
that like Bird like with the so it's Showtime, and then he go into this whole crazy shit. Like now you be hearing like it's a lot of young niggas that's doing that shit. Like like whatever they want to call it now. But like you know what I mean? Like I feel like even if niggas was doing
the
that,
biggest slogans now be the special moves like with twerk with the strap in.
That's
that's pretty much the same shit.
Like I feel like that, like you know what I mean, shit like that came from that. Even Ill with the who was this nigga? Like he didn't really make it a special move. He kind of like, but when he did that shit, who was this nigga? Like yo, bro, like
yeah, that's a good point to bring up because he didn't even brought it up.
Saying that to niggas like we ain't even they don't even
like he didn't even do that intentionally as a moment. He was just rapping it.
No, I agree. Like it's crazy that you shed light on that, like, cause like I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? And I also think that they all brought something funny to this shit too, though. Like it's like gangster, but at the same time, like each one of them had like funny shit in their rhyme. You know what I mean? Like,
they brought the entertainment value to
that's
battle
a fact, because a lot of the New York
even the
shit was just mad
performances.
serious.
Yeah, the performances too, like Hitman.
Super serious.
When Hitman
Only
did
nigga
the
that probably
violin,
had some comedy was like Goods, but everybody else was dead serious rapping.
Facts. I mean, to be fair, would you guys say that the Midwest is kind of the cause of everybody being able to travel? Because before it was like New York maybe battle Philly or battle Jersey, but
yeah, and that shit is all like within a 1 hour, 2 hours away. Yeah.
Because of the Midwest, now battle rap is what it is. It's like a national, international thing where people are going out their way to go places. You know what I mean? So I think that's a big contribution to battle rap.
Yeah, the Midwest movement was fire, man. Like I fucked with that shit.
That shit was crazy, bro. Like,
what's that shit that Juice used to say? If you ain't moving with the movement, you moving or get moved.
That's my nigga Juice. He came over there and shit, man. But I mean, it's actually a little bit from my nigga Joel Santana though. But you know what I mean? We still fuck with it, Juice. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Santana got a little verse or a couple lines and Juice just kind of added his own shit in there. But that shit.
Fuck it, why not?
No, shit. Look at me. I'm still using Jeezy shit. He don't even say street status necessary. He say street says necessary. But the shit pitched up and it's going so fast that you're like, oh shit, street status necessary. Fuck it. I'm
fuck it.
Jeezy shouting us out. That's it. One nigga thinking it. As you should.
Why you think like you eventually, like, you guys took a break, you guys started doing less battle rap and you kind of went to do your own thing, but it seems like street status is still to this day held at a high regard for the Midwest, even though there's other leagues, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think that is? Because there is other leagues but they're not like street status is always, that's street status.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
It's like, I think it got a lot to do with like the person that I am. Like I said, when we first came in, it was just more about the work that we was putting in that got us noticed. You know what I mean? Like I never did any extra antics, or I never did no clout chasing, or I never argue with a nigga on the internet. You know what I mean? To be honest, and I think that
salute to you for that. Like first and foremost,
yeah,
man.
For that shit. I think there's so much shit came into play when, man, listen, I used to beg niggas from my city to jump into battle rap. Like, hey man, listen, you steady chasing trying to get a deal and all of this shit, man, leave that shit alone. Just become a battle rapper and maybe you can gain some fans and they'll listen to your music. You know what I'm saying? You steady trying to chase this record deal, and the game it's just switched into an independent thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not giving no deals, man. So you can let that shit go.
The amount of stuff you brought up already so far just shows that you were clearly like ahead with thinking. Like you was thinking ahead of whatever. When they were still stuck in the same place, you was like, nah, you got to move forward to this.
And so I'm thinking that, like, when everybody's seeing the fame, that's like, man, I swear to God, from my city, bro, like, niggas, you already used to be lame if you rap out here. They like, oh, that's that rapping ass nigga. You know what I mean? He ain't no shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you would get so much flack from being that. But once these niggas seen that niggas will start cashing checks and niggas was getting like notoriety and shit from it, not only in St. Louis, bro, but everywhere. You start seeing like leagues. Like, even in my city, 3 and 4, you got King Juice did some shit out here. You had Battle America do some shit out here.
I remember that shit.
Cheddar House. Man, you had like 6 leagues and shit pop out here.
That Battle America shit, that was the Good versus Hitman shit,
no,
right?
that shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie, listen. That nigga Seneca, the nigga who was behind that.
I remember Seneca,
look at that shit to the day. That fucking video and that audio from that shit is so motherfucking crisp, dirty. You looking at this shit like, because this nigga had like some broadcast cameras in there, bro. Like, he was ahead of the game, but like, he spent so much money that first time doing that shit that he couldn't even.
If you're gonna be ahead of the game, that shit gonna come with sacrifice too. So
that shit gonna cost you. That shit cost. Like, I know even like. He had gave Hitman them mad money for the Battle Rex, them, all that shit. So, you know, he never recouped off that shit. But as far as just who you telling, but like as far as that shit, like so many leagues and shit start popping up that I was still putting on, but like I always wanted my dudes to go to URL too, though. Like, you know what I mean? I never was like. I knew that I didn't have the money to put on like URL. So I never wanted to become niggas that try to go up against the URL. Like, I never was one of them type of niggas. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's another thing, another point of you not being selfish, because a lot of people, when they get in that position, the first thing they think is, I want to be the man, so I'm going to compete with the best. For you, it was like, I want to put my guys in positions to where they're going to still be able to succeed, because
listen, we all know that URL, even at that time, it's a fucking professional league at this time. They doing shit on a bigger level. So shit, the only way I can continue to grow is if I put my niggas on the URL and they bring that love back to my channel.
Yeah, they representing you while they over there.
Yeah, it really works. And like B Magic is like maybe like the last nigga that, you know, from St. Louis that really got that push right there. At this time, they did the PGs, and then like still in 2020, you seeing the effect that idea and that shit had on battle rap at this time. It took like 10 years though, you know what I mean? But you're seeing the effect that it had now with, you know, North gets fired and, you know, all these different leagues. Like, at the end of the day, you want to bring your talent to URL. That's always how I felt, bro. Like, these niggas they doing it on a major level, and that'll be my kickback. You know what I'm saying? You being successful, I would be a damn fool just trying to keep you booked in St. Louis on my channel that got 30+ subscribers when these niggas got 1 million people that you know what I mean, that can view you. Like, that ain't even, I ain't even that type of nigga. So I never wanted to like be selfish, bro. And I think that's like when you say shit slowed down and shit like that, I just never was a selfish nigga. I'm not gonna try to compete, because at the end of the day, this is an independent thing. This is not, I don't own these battle niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have some niggas that try to own these battlers and all of that shit. Like, nah, man, you can't. This a grown ass man, bro. So you gotta let that man wings fly and see how far this shit gonna take him. Don't try to manipulate him and brainwash him.
And then if it's like
bullshit,
it's like if they're a solid person, one hand washes the other type of shit.
For sure. And even though I have got burnt like that though, like, but it don't.
We know.
I don't give a fuck about getting burnt. I don't give a fuck about getting burnt, because guess what? I never had no chain on you in the first place. But there's a lot of niggas just don't reciprocate that love. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, nigga, if I never would have put you on, my camera and showcase you to the world, then shit, who knows? I'm not saying you wouldn't have been famous or anything, but you just got to show that love back. You know what I mean? So, and nigga, it's a bunch of niggas who didn't show the love back. Even like with Magic, I love him to death, but like early on, that nigga used to be at all his rounds. He used to be motherfucking Magic, nigga, street status. Boy, when that nigga got on URL, that nigga was beat motherfucking Magic. You heard me? It was street status my ass. Street status my ass, nigga. What are you talking about? That shit's dead. It's over with. Which, like I said, I totally understand, but I'm here just to put my people on, bro. That's like, even for this Crucible shit, they wanted me to be a judge. Man, I can't be a judge because I'm trying to put people on. I'm not trying to crush no nigga dreams. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to put niggas on. So that's why I turned into a scout. You know what I mean? I'd rather just be a scout and find niggas all the way around the country.
What do you think? We got 3 scouts here: myself, Terra, you, and this other guy that doesn't really matter, Custom Menace.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they gotta be at least 1 shot per show. Go ahead, my nigga. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, what makes you what do you look for in the talent now? Like, and how has it changed? Like, the way you look for talent as opposed to the old days. Like, now it's totally different, obviously. Like, how is it different, and how do you look for talent now?
It's crazy. Like, right now, like I've always been the most easy nigga to get at. Like, I will give any nigga a try. Like, I will really give anybody a try. Like, if you hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything, like, I'll be the nigga who always personally, I never had a nigga looking for me or none of that shit. I'll be like, let me check this nigga out. You know what I mean? So I've been crazy easy to get at. Never had never been caught up on who I am in battle rap or nothing. I listen to anybody. But like who I listen for right now, man, like we have talked before in the group chat and shit for the Crucible, like I just look for niggas who just be straight spitting now, because battle rap so robotic and shit, like they only really doing what they see now. You know what I mean? So if I see a nigga who just like old school spitting, like he don't got no crazy format with this shit or none of that, like I would give him a try, because I know that at the end of the day, he pure. He ain't been tampered with. You know what I mean? Like, he really just doing him. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't watch so many Crucible videos. Once the nigga hands lift in the air, and like once they hands lift in the air, I just like, oh, here they go. You know what I'm saying? Here this nigga go, right? Nigga hand, it's to the point that even niggas who've been established in the game is reaching back in the pot, like, no, I'm taking that from that nigga. I'm taking this from that nigga. You know what I mean? So it ain't just the new niggas. It's everybody is, following suit right now. So I really be looking for like real spitters. And another thing is, I be looking for the street dudes. Like, I don't got no problem with niggas with the smart bars, heavy lyricism, all of that shit. I don't got no problem with that at all. But I would pick a nigga who maybe not so lyrical over a nigga who like crazy with the bars, though. I ain't even gonna lie, because I'm just really trying to bring something different. I feel like all these cities that we hit, I'm pretty sure that I should be able to get 4 niggas past the first stage. You know what I'm saying? That's really, I don't want nobody coming in doing what everybody else is doing, bro. So that's my main thing about new talent right now. And in the city itself, shit, St. Louis, I probably give anybody a try. You know what I mean? I will give anybody a try. Like, I don't care if they robotic with the, the new styles and all of that shit. Just because you in a city and you can just come to an event, you know what I mean, and put on, I'll give you a try. That doesn't mean it's gonna make it to the tube or nothing. But you know what I'm saying? I can put you in front of a lot of people, you know what I mean? And shit, we'll see how it go from there. But that's basically, I'm just looking for the true spitters. And I like street niggas. I like niggas who like
aggression.
Got 1 foot. niggas. I like niggas on probation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or roles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like because I really want to show them something different besides like robbing niggas and selling drugs. Like no, my nigga, you can really get in this battle rap shit. Guess what? Because in St. Louis, you can be an artist. Guess what, my nigga, you never gonna get booked $500 for a show. You never gonna get booked $1,000 for a show. You know what I mean? So if you serious about your business, then I think this battle rap shit is what you should really be getting into, because if you become popular just in the Midwest alone, shit, you can get 500 to 1,000 for booking. I'm talking about never having to even touch URL. So
that's a fact.
I want niggas to be wise, bro. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you grown, you taking time out your day to craft these bars and shit.
Nah, that's fire though. I like that shit.
Facts. Me personally, I like to be like the way I'm scouting and the way I've always scouted basically is I like to see people that entertain me. You know what I mean? Like I'm the same way as you, I guess, that I'm not so crazy about people being super lyrical. Like maybe you're super lyrical, but you can't perform that well, so then it's a no for me. But maybe you can perform really well, but you know what I mean. So
you got to look for standouts now too, because the problem that makes a lot of these battle rappers stubborn is they think if they could match some famous battle rapper style close enough, then that means they lit to make it to the next stage, and they don't realize that we from the era where we don't like when you sound like somebody else. So because it's like doing a repeat. Like there's a lot of battle rappers now that's popping that we could compare them to somebody from the generation where we came up. And that's why we're trying to go back to finding people that's different, not have, a guy that sounds like Hitman or a guy that sounds like Ill. Like we don't want carbon copies. We want brand new, fresh style.
For someone that was there for the original Midwest movement, how do you feel about the new Midwest movement?
That's a good question. Like, I'm not even really familiar with the new Midwest movement. The only person that I am familiar with is my nigga from Chicago.
Trufo.
For sure. Fidel Castro, yes sir. I'm familiar with him because like he used to come out here, like it's this battle league called Street Report out here. So I done seen him out here like a couple times. You know what I mean?
I salute him because he like that, bro. He be everywhere, like.
Yeah, like, no, he a stand-up nigga, too. Like, he gonna get in there and he gonna mix it in with everybody. He, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Respect. So, that's what I like.
First time I heard of him, he was on We Go Hard.
See what I'm saying? This nigga everywhere.
Yeah.
This nigga
that's
is everywhere. Straight up. So, no, but, like, outside of him, I really don't really know about the new Midwest movement. And it's like, I think in the Midwest, like, they used to look up to us in St. Louis and shit because we was like spearheading the movement and shit. But I think like now it's like niggas like, nah, we passed them niggas, so they don't really be connected with us like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I know that well they don't really connect with me like that. You know what I mean? So, but I got nothing but Midwest love though. I done book niggas all throughout the Midwest. I'm talking about cash dollars. So it's really nothing that a person can say about me because I didn't put up money to, you know, throw events and all of that. So they don't really be on me about the shit. But like St. Louis battlers and shit like that, oh yeah, they Chicago versus St. Louis versus Indiana versus all these niggas in the Midwest is going at each other tough. So you know what I mean? I just really don't know about the new Midwest movement though, except for my nigga Trufo. Big salute to him. He like the leader of that shit if you ask me.
True indeed.